pictures. No, I mean the thing that I have at the top is wrong. So my thing is wrong. There should be paladins there as well. No, I want to spectate. There we go. There we go. Why does it show all the crosshairs? Okay, here's what we got going on. Pixie picks out two of the best, in my opinion, the best units. Dropkick has Dark Paladin, though. Very OP. He's going with lots and lots and lots of damage. Susceptible to control, though. So he could get very hard controlled. If he brings out, remember there's dragons in here. If Pixie brings out like a dragon or some more, I mean the Josephine is not Josephine. Josephine's control. Well, she violent procs a million times. Light Paladin, a lot of control. Dropkick brings out the Varad. Varad Jameer is a dangerous combo. Dangerous combo. And the Mav. So there's basically infinite. I was gonna say there's infinite provokes on that side. The Zinc, if Zinc's passed on Despair, could cause some shenanigans. And a lot of these things are probably not on will. I wouldn't expect a lot of these units to be on will necessarily. Zinc scaring me. Okay, first question, who gets turn 1? First pick though, first pick Fire Magina. I would have picked a different first pick. So we got the HP lead and we have the resistance lead. Resistance could be nice against the... We never see Fire Magina there. Seeing a video on, I think, Tomato playing poker tournament. There are it's Dropkick, so there are Wolverines. So silence onto the Zinc, but Mav is gonna cleanse that up, isn't he? Mav's gonna cleanse that up. Boom, boom. Still gonna go for the... Okay, so they're gonna get controlled in a second. They're gonna get provokes on everybody. Mav Gene is a potential crazy combination. Gets everybody. So now it's just a matter of who does he want to pick off first. So he goes for the Leica first. Or she goes for the Leica first. Defense break on the Paladin. Is gonna go for the is she gonna go for the Paladin now? Stun on Varad. That Maginite looks to not be on Despair, I guess. I didn't see her stunning anyone. Need 4 hits for Leica now. Stun on that. Now going for the Leica. Going for the provoke on Varad, so Varad doesn't get another turn. If Mav gets some procs. Ooh, additional turn. He's got the freeze. He's got the freeze. Froze nobody. That's a 3 accuracy Varad. And gets the heap of ashes. That was a big... Oh my god. That's big. That's big, baby. Can take out this additional turn. Didn't get the Mav, though. They might control the Mav. No, Mav is king of resistance. Leica is down. Leica is down from a 2-star. A nat 2. A nat 2. Wait, is there a nat 2 or a nat 3? It's been so long since I've had a Darren Secret Dungeon. At this point, I'm doubting myself. Because some of them are nat 2s. Some of them are nat 3s. Darren's a nat 2, right? It's looking... I mean, it's still both ways. They do have the sustain. They do have the sustain, but... Gets the stun... Oh, additional turn! Additional turn. Goes for... I'm surprised that Astor is not on Despair, actually. With the first skill. And remember, there's no ponies here. There's no ponies, there's no Feng Yans. And just taking everything out now. Okay, so that's basically game. There's not really much coming back from this. That was a nice start, though. I thought Pixie actually had it. Did Bagel talk about the SW exporter issue? No, I was thinking about doing a video on that, but GG first one. Pixie put up a nice fight. Alright, time for match 2. fight is it? It's best 2 out of 3. Always best 2 out of 3. Okay. Dropkick is like, oh, I won already. Did you though? Nice first pick of the Gene is like one of the absolutely best units in here. Those paladins are so OP. So OP. Oh, he's got the Josephine plus the Varad. That's dangerous. Pixie might not even have Varad. So it's rough when you don't have the, like, you gotta, like, try to prevent, like, the Mav is such an awesome pick here. The Mav and Gene is a great, like, for those that don't have access to, like, a lot of the crazy OP stuff. Brian! I don't feel like Brian's getting banned. I don't feel like Brian's getting banned. I feel like, what would I bet? There's not a lot of, I wouldn't ban the, I feel like I wouldn't ban the Josephine from, if I was Pixie, I wouldn't ban the Josephine. I might ban the Varad. And if I was Dropkicked, I might ban the Gene. So, let's see. I guess Dropkicked is, so many sources chat is equipped for a crusade. Everyone's a mod. Weirdly, no, I don't even mod that many people. So I wonder if they banned the things that I said that I was saying to ban, just because. Well, I actually Dropkicked the ban before, but I wonder if Pixie had the same thought that I had. But was over at pick 2? You never know. The Brian though, there's not a lot of sustain aside from the Brian is we got the Leo too. Oh my god, that seems not crazy OP. So got the defense break. There is, you know what, there is a lot of stuns. Josephine is just so OP regardless because Mav stuns and Zinc stuns with the first skill. So Josephine is still relevant regardless. Unless your enemies bring like all Dragon Knights, right? All Dragon Knights and Darien, then maybe Josephine's not gonna be too OP, but Josephine, even with non-crowd control units, still OP. Still relevant. Still providing all those shields. Stealing turns and stuff. Gets the provoke on Leo. Gets, oh god! Josephine's up again. Again. Dear lord. Darian's almost down. Darian's gonna come back because what's his face? With Brian. Brian is not especially with not much sustain. Brian just is not a super great. I mean, they may have just not had other stuff. They may have just had like the other stuff already picked out from them. But Brian is a decent unit for like TOA. Zinc is not going to get it. Oh, Zinc does get it. Oh, Josephine! Oh my god. Josephine. Oh, GG. What could have been a better pick out of the units that we have available? What could have been a better pick than these paladins are so OP. Paladins are so OP. What could have been a better pick than the Death Knight? The Water Death Knight could have been decent, right? The Water Death Knight could have been decent. So anyway, GG, who is, that would be a Dropkicked moving on. Let's see. Dropkicked moving on. So, a Stella versus Fletcher. Next on SmackDown. Magi is G3 right now? G3, not even G1, G3. Okay. I wonder who's gonna win this, guys. Actually, here's the thing. Magi might not have his G3 OP units rude. For this, right? Because it's not regular arena. It's what do you have that fits in the confines of this group. So don't see G3 and think that that's an insta win. be very concerned about, like, think about it in advance now. About like how they could play, what they potentially have if they are G3. So. Oh, they're fairly, you know what? They're fairly thinged. Actually, no, they're not. One is 300. It's 1 star level difference. 300 actual points difference. Big difference. A lot of zinc. A lot of zinc going on. A lot of zinc, a lot of Darien. This is reminding me of the last, well, limited monster pool. Reminding me of the last battle, limited monster pool. Oh, we see a Zyros. But Jameer's going to be able to reset that, though. And an Arnold, okay. Oh, interesting pick. Is there going to be an Arnold Leica combo of Arnold doing some damage, some fluff damage, and Leica finishing off? Like Arnold into Darien into Leica. Arnold, like, skill 3. That's interesting. Interesting. And then what do we see on Lur's side? Lur is a cat. I didn't know Lur was a cat. What flags are these? Does anyone know what flags these are? And a zinc. Oh god. Not a zinc, a copper. Bans out. Aren't they banning out the Arnold? Or are they just being sneaky? They're gonna wait and switch the ban at the last second. Fedora would be super good in this with Provokes and Barrett. Yes, I agree. Fedora would be awesome here. Fedora's so underrated. It's such an underrated unit. Bans out the copper to beat Fletcher's being a nice guy. Fletcher's being a nice guy. Banning out the copper. He's like, oh, Portugal is the right flag? Or the left flag? I'm gonna see some Chiffron in this division. What's a Finchy? Current Asia Division champion. So let's see, everyone is provoked. Everyone is provoked. So the Varad, I mean, if the Varad or the Mav resisted, that would have been a different story, right? Ooh, that Varad is squishy. That Varad is going to go down right now. Boom. Goodbye, Varad. That Leica is so crazy OP when he gets defense break anything and Leica dies. But that Varad was a little on the squish side. Increased cooltime on everything and just killed Mav. Mav just like fell down. Mav was like Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat. He was like, this is the part where you fall down. Colorblind. Wait, what did I say? Oh, did I say Varad? I meant Jameer. I do. I say that all the time, though. I know what I mean, but the different word comes out of my mouth. I know what unit is being picked, but the different word comes out of my mouth. That was interesting picks. Things just fell down. Well, also they got the Nevis fighting Nightmist. That seems like an interesting one. Fletcher and Lur again. Okay, so Fletcher won the first one. Sympathy, I've been doing that for 5 years. I didn't steal the being dumb from YDCB. I have been plenty dumb the entire time before I even knew who YDC, before any of us had YouTube channels. I was making mistakes, calling things the wrong things, even though I know what they were. The first like 10 videos, within the first 10 videos, I was like, Bear Man, War Bear Man, mixing those two up all the time. He stole that from me. He stole that. YDCB stole the stupidness from me. I was stupid first. I was stupid before he was. Quote me on that. I was stupid first. I was the original moron. Oh my god. Okay. Ahead of this stupid. Yeah, OG. I'm the OG moron. I know some people would be very happy. He's like, yeah, he is an OG moron, isn't he? Okay. Interesting. The provokes were huge in the first one. Bans out the Josephine, though. Bans out the Josephine. Was there really... What? Is something on despair? Things could be on despair. Brian, super fast Brian. Was Brian on despair and just maybe didn't stun? Fiery breath. And that's an insta-dead math. Insta-dead. Insta-dead. Got the stun on the Leica. Is it enough? Interesting seeing the Brian though. And that's a dead. You know what I kind of like? I kind of like the Arnold. I like the Arnold when he wins. I like the Arnold because he ignores defense. I don't necessarily like. I think he's a cool combo. He's a cool combo with things. So if you're going for just like a 1-2 shot DPS thing, like the same reason like Mo Long and Nikari's are interesting. So I think there's a big rune quality. I mean, there's 300 points in ranked battles. 300 points difference in ranked battles. These dots are just gonna take off. That's already game. GG. That's 2-0. Wasn't that the same thing? We see a lot of 2-0s. We see a lot of 2-0s. GG. So Fletcher moving on. Rocky Prince is like, you yelled at me for how long? And then I just got manhandled. Okay, so here's how the brackets are looking right now. Dropkick moved on from the first one. Fletcher moved on from the second one. We're on Chris Vicious versus Magi FTW. Chris is like, this seems great. I'm gonna fight a G3 player. This seems amazing. It's gonna be so fair. Watch, Elka's like, fighter one. No. This is the most fair matchup in all of Summoners War history. I could not possibly see a more fair matchup. Elk is gonna win. Elk is gonna win. I feel confidently. I'm willing to bet at $10,000 Elk is gonna win. Like I said, Juwega, original moron. Classic. Just kidding, I'm not betting anyone $10,000 that Elk is gonna win. I still want to see Elk win though. So he's got the Diaz. Diaz is gonna have to work overtime. Diaz is gonna have to get like 4 jobs to help feed his 5 children at home. That's how hard Diaz is gonna have to work. But Magi is like the units aren't that crazy, right? He can't use a lot of the crazy OP stuff that people use in G3 Arena. So it's gonna have to come down to rune quality. A lot of it is rune quality, but I'm scared to see how much damage this Leica's gonna do and how much control. Because remember, the Lapis absorbs attack gauge. Mav can keep reducing the Lapis cooldown. So she can keep cycling a lot of turns, especially with the Leo. So let's see. Puts on his IG. Come on, this isn't fun to watch. Did you ever play Final Fantasy Brave Exvius or no? I have 2 accounts. I didn't really play it. So, it doesn't seem like a bad game. I didn't have the time. I didn't have the time for a lot of things that I think are fun. There's so many games that I'm like, I want to play this more. But, dear, look at all those crazy Dragon Knights. We knew that was getting one-shotted. Welcome back, Zyros. A lot of people using Brian. I feel like, look at that, did almost nothing. Because G3 quality runes on Lapis. Didn't take down the Darien though. Darien's at least tanky enough to survive that. I feel like there's gonna be that's another. No, it didn't die. It didn't die. You know what? At least good enough runes to not die. Well, it was attack power broken. That's why. Defense break. How tanky is this Leo compared to attack power? Gets the counter. It'd be interesting to see. He's hanging in there. This Chow's gonna have to do crazy nonsense though. Chow's gonna have to didn't kill with the Justice. Didn't get a Violent proc. I think that's GG for match 1. No, Brian's gonna get this. Don't worry, Brian's gonna. Oh man. He pressed play. Did he? Did he just auto? Elka's like, I got a bad seed in this. Gosh darn it. This is about as fair as the normal matchmaking. It's a little bit more fair. Still a little bit more fair than normal matchmaking. Okay, so we know what both of them have, so they're probably trying to ban out some of the things. I would try to ban out that Leica. If Elk has a Leica, this would be a perfect time to pick him, or maybe consider banning him if it's like play against the Zyros, take things with passives, and then maybe ban out the Leica or something. But oh, that Dreen. You know what? There is a resistance lead though. There's 2 resistance leads, so the Gene might not be the Gene combo. Gene Mav might not be as crazy, but the Lapis Mav, Gene Mav, Zyros Mav, just reducing the cooldowns of those OP things. Bans out the Zyros. Was more scared of the Zyros than the Leica. Okay. Let's see. Pick Ragdoll. I'm pretty sure. Make a losers bracket? I'm pretty sure if he had a Ragdoll, he would have picked it though. What's up, Becky? Okay, let's see. Provocation. Almost everyone. That's not off to a good... And didn't do the invincibility. Oh, so that's going to be another provoke. Everyone's provoked. Everyone's provoked. Half down on that. There's not a whole lot of damage output. This Brian, I feel like is oh, they got the stun on the Darien too, and another oh, that Darien. Remember, the Diaz and Darien don't stack passives. Diaz and Darien don't stack passives, so I feel like the oh jeez, not even giving them a turn, just keep cycling, and then nuke, and then oh jeez. Leica does so much damage. And that Gene Mav combo is deadly. The Mav anything. Mav is such an enabler. Mav is an enabler for anything that has long cooldowns on skill 3. He does so nicely against them. I kind of felt like Magi was going to have some shenanigans up his sleeve though. Craziness. You know what? Let's be real. I feel like I had nothing to. Oh, you had nothing to use. For whatever reason, I thought he said I had nothing to lose. To be honest, I probably would have lost against Magi too. I mean, just hashtag real talk. I probably would have lost against Magi. It would have been. Yeah, I probably still would have lost to Magi. He would have been like one step ahead of me. I feel. Even though I'm the one running the tournament, still. It's not hard to be one step ahead of Bingo. Okay, so let's take a look at the brackets again. I'm unsubbing from your YouTube channel, Magi. Elk, you could just go onto Magi's YouTube channel and just post mean things on every single one of his videos. Make him cry. Be like, this is what you get for beating me in the tournament. Okay, so Champ and Alpha. Is this the match? Is Alpha Alphol? Molten Maven? Molten Melvin? Is that them? Yes? Okay. Good. Right on time. Darien Varad. People love this Darien pick. The Darien's so early though. Darien is a defense break. Defense break is great. I feel like the Darien works best with the Dragon Knights though. Yaku! What do you have to enable Yaku though? Yaku's gonna go down if Yaku cannot move first. And I mean it's a little bit closer of a matchup than the other one. I would have loved to see how Elk could do against some of the non G3 players. Elk is like, yeah, I would love to see that too, buddy. So, are there a lot of enablers? for the Yaku. Are there? I like Champ's side, actually. Unless, well, actually, hold on. Champ's gonna get first turn because Leo, and he's gonna smack down Yaku. I don't know if he can one-shot or what the deal is there, but if Yaku gets lucky, Yaku can start taking things that if he doesn't go down, but I feel like Yaku's gonna go down, right? Immunity. Maybe this Yaku can do something that I can't. He didn't even go for you. He went for Okay, there we go. We got the silence. Is this a tank Yaku? Hold on, guys. Or is it too focused on going after? You know what? Yaku enables himself. Actually, I forgot about that. I forgot about the self-attack power buff. So he got the cooldowns, but a bunch of things with passives. Everything has a passive. So the Zyros not as effective against things with a bunch of things with passives. Which is it's challenging playing in a limited pool of units because you're like what is the thing that I have that is the best, the best rune for out of this limited monster pool, when really you should also be thinking like what units have synergy together and counter what my opponent is picking. Like think about like the things that have synergy in advance, and I think that's one of the things that Magi did that or that high level players do in general that a lot of players in the lower levels. Like, they're like, what do I have that's runed well that is meta? Instead of, what's my game plan before I even get into battle? What am I going to use? What has good synergy together? And that Mav and Gene is in crazy. Oh, and that's insult on top of injury. Insult to injury. We should be considered a counter, not a main pick. Yeah. Iris is so weak. I mean, I wonder if I think that Leo is actually a main pick for some people. Some people like to do the Leo Ragdoll Vertiheal Dianas. Like I'm sure you've seen those somewhere in the ladder. It's not super common, but because you have to have kind of Ragdoll for that, and Leo and Diana. But I've seen those people that like to use that comp. So came out of retirement. Network error. Champ won the first one, right? Champ won the first one. Yeah. No Ragdoll. No Ragdoll. So Ragdoll would be like an insta-ban in this situation. Picks the Yaku again. Molten Melvin is like, I'm make Yaku great again. What could be great? What could be a great combo with Yaku? Also, we never saw any Jubels. We still haven't seen any Fedoras, which would be great units. Against the Dragons and Paladins. We haven't seen any... We haven't seen a lot of Coppers today. We haven't seen... Now we're seeing some Magic Knights. That's cool. I think these Magic Knights are really good picks. So I feel like banning out that one of the first two combos, the Dragon or the Mav, would be the ban, and then for the I feel like that's a good ban on the Light Paladin. Who Vanessa Hathor, Organi, Shayna, Martina makes any sense in RTA? Vanessa Hathor, Organi, Shayna. It kind of does, but I feel like you want more. You might get some of those stolen from you early, so you got to think about other things. And also, you don't have a ton of strips aside from the Martina. So if they outpick you with the, there's the CC. There's the CC. What was the? Hold on. What was the ban? The ban was additional turn. He's violent. Violent Yaku. Violent Yaku. Violent Yaku. This Yaku was more prepared for this than I realized. Gene? What was the ban on the other side? Oh, and the Zyros landing all those dots on the Dark Magic Knight. Ooh. Very nice. That Yaku was his own enabler. And then the CC and the Violent proc. And then the Mav Varad was so this is looking like it's gonna be 1-1. That Yaku though. Who could make the best coffee out of all the monsters here? Probably Laika, I guess. Laika would be good at making coffee, I guess. Chow YOLO, you know what? It'd be fun to see. I feel like Chow's not gonna get this. This is the Mav Varad is just too strong. Remember, there's a lot of stuns. Chow can't cleanse off the CC, so he can cleanse things off and heal, but GG. So that's 1-1. That's 1-1, man. I like that. Good matches. Good matches. Melvin's picking the Gene, first pick. My shot against the Mav Varad combo. Which ones do you think can solo full teams? Solo full teams. Helena. You've seen it happen. Diana and Helena. And Diana and Helena. Yeah, Diana and Helena. And brings out the Brian. I don't know. I'm not loving. It's just. Okay, so bans out the Gene, and Mav has element advantage against the Varad, so Mav could resist against this Varad, though. Mav could resist and then cleanse the freezes from the rest of the units. How does Yaku fare against all these shenanigans? Bans out the Varad. See, I would have banned out one of those CC units as well. So, I mean, not bans out the Varad, bans out the Gene, leaves the Varad in. Resisted! Okay, and gets the attack power breaks, which is good against those Dragon Knights. Gets the freezes, but Mav resisted though, so Mav's gonna just cleanse those freezes. Still has the attack age reduction that he got off. Wipeout, that's a dead Laika. Very nice. Dead Laika right off the bat. This Yaku, underestimated Yaku. And he even took a smack to the face by Chow. And now gets stunned, but you know what he's gonna be... He's going to be alive again, isn't he? Live to see another day. Because Bryant. It's going to be an OP Bryant. Revive. Well, he's silent, so he can't quite do the revive yet. So this is going to be a does Iris CC, does Mav, ooh! The Iris does CC. And Mav does do his things that I was going to say next. And that speed buff's going to provide a lot of extra turn cycling. So I feel like just the advantage of the extra speed on the side of the Mav and the Dragon Knight is a big advantage. There's enough CC to stop... Unless Varad Violent procs. Varad Violent proc. That's basically what they're hoping for on this side. Because those two Death Knights are not really providing too much aside from keeping things alive more against this Chow. But the control, man. There is a Violent proc from the Varad. That's exactly what he needed. Mav's still not stunned up, though. Not frozen up. So all the cooldowns reduced again. He's got the Snowstorm. Gets the freezes. Mav resisted again. It's one of the reasons I like to take in the first few seasons. So Yaku is back. Yaku's back in action. He's gonna get silenced though, or does he resist? No, he gets silenced. See, if you had a Water Death Knight, this wouldn't have happened. But Yaku is on Violent. Chow's gonna snipe him though, unless he gets stunned by the. No, he doesn't get stunned. Okay. There's a defense break though on this She doesn't go down. She doesn't go down. Does she get the stuns? She can go down. Ooh, she can actually go down. No, it gets taken off. Okay, gets taken off. Feels Batman. The Diaz could possibly do some damage with. He doesn't have skill 2 anymore because he just used skill 2. But I feel like that's they got sustain, they got turn cycling. You know that the double Death Knight team, the Yaku and Varad, the Varad was proccing, right? The Varad was proccing what he needed to proc. This wouldn't have gone on as long if there wasn't those procs, but there's more sustain. Everything on this team has sustain now. And the Mav, Iris, Chow, everything has sustain. So it can stay in the match much longer. GG though. I feel like that's GG. But maybe it's not. They don't have any violent proc for the dark Death Knight though. Death Knight, not Dragon Knight. Did I say Dragon Knight? Lots of sustain, and that's the thing to think about. What's your strategy going into these matches? Are you going to try to outspeed strip control and keep the control on, or are you going to? Wait, who was even the winner of that? Was it Champ, right? Was it Champ? Dropkick versus Fletcher is going to be next, and then after that, not right now. After that, Magi versus Champ. Champ is like, oh god. Hairtight should have never been made. Any opinions on Hairtight Dark Emperor? There's someone in. I don't know if they're here right now, but he has one. One of our guildmates. Magi snipes Chow. Champ is screwed. Okay, Fletcher versus Dropkick. Here we go. Oh, it's already, but okay. You know what? I like both, and they're actually very close. This is gonna be a good match. It's gonna be good matches. They're very close. They're very close in power. Very close in power. So he has both. Fletcher was going for like the DPS route and the control route, and Dropkick. They let that Varad through. Bans the Gene, lets the Varad through. I feel like that's dangerous, letting Varad through with not immunity. Although the Zyra, but there's no. Oh my god! That's a dead Zyra. No, he's not dead. He's not dead. But there's nothing to be able to take him out. Wow. Absolute zero. All right, that is. They do have 2 strips. They do have 2 strips on there. And he puts on the heal block when it. I think if it doesn't kill or just does the damage and puts on a heal block. Oof. See, now I don't feel so bad when I lose to Dropkick sometimes. I don't feel so bad. Stupid druid combo. Thank God he can't use his druid nonsense. The light chicken fire druid. This can look so good on Pally, on the dark Pally. Yeah, it does. It does. It's. I do like the dark one. I do like the dark one. That was a fast one. Okay. Fletcher, you gotta come back. Fletcher. Don't let Dropkick. Don't let him bully you. Don't let him Varad you. Don't let him control you. Anything he has that's AoE control. Gotta snipe that. Not let him take that. How do you upload YouTube videos while streaming? Is Robin Sparkle as your YouTube editor? Oh, I have some to. Why? Because you saw 2 different channels uploading 2 things while I'm streaming. You gotta be crazy when you do what I do. But yeah, some of them are scheduled. Like sometimes I'll schedule things to upload while I'm sleeping because I know I'm gonna be asleep and things need to go out at certain times and there needs to be like a tempo involved. It's weird, but okay. So we have this Diaz again. See, here's the thing: the Diaz is maybe good for a turn 2 cleave if everything's on shield will and you're going for a turn 2. The triple Death Knights! I don't know that this is going to be able to take Dropkick down. There's a lot of strong things on Dropkick's side. Triple Paladins is way stronger than Triple Death Knights. Although, if things are on will, there's not everything is on will. I think there was 1-2 things on will. Or the Zyros was on will, right? The other Zyros, because the, oh, everything's on will! Everything is on will! Does he have... Okay, so he has the skill 3 into possibly a skill 2 from Diaz into a Chow nuke, so he can possibly take something down. He didn't even need that. You know what? I gotta say, I underestimated the potential there. I kind of saw what they were going for, like after it had started. Everything was all on will runs too, though. So let's see if, I mean, it's 4 versus 3 is a good start. Good start, but there's, he's autoing. He's autoing. He's not even playing. He's autoing. He's still very much in the match, shouldn't he? Maybe his tablet crashed or something like that. Wish Bagelmon would tell us more about his sleeping exhilarating. Additional to check and destroy. He's just auto. It's okay. He's just autoing that. Did he crash? That Diaz was prepared. Like he actually prepared for this a decent amount. All the counters. So now he's back to playing. Maybe he did crash. Cocky player? No, I don't think he's cocky. I think maybe he crashed. Maybe his tablet crashed. It happens. So this is very interesting to see. Additional turn. Violent Will Diaz. Violent Will Diaz. Lots of revenges. Ah, Chow's got the provoke, but can he get a violent proc? Can he get a violent proc? Ah, he didn't get the violent proc. Wow, Leona's so strong. Leona's so strong. I really appreciate the okay. I really appreciate the picks though on Fletcher's side. That he like went out and he's like, I'm gonna put a violent will on these things. I'm gonna give them the best chance that they have for survival. Ah, he needed to resist that these provokes, man. These paladins are so crazy OP. In everything, even if you are not against the control team, that Josephine is so strong. Just the fact that she can steal a turn into a strip and provoke. Oh my god, it's really still actually takes down the Gene. Okay, takes down the Arnold, but Arnold can come back, not a big deal, but there's a limited amount of. Also remember, every time the Chow heals himself, like maybe even up to full. Ah, that shield is so strong. Every time Chow heals himself, he's increasing the HP pool, so the Dragon Knights kind of benefit from that as well. But this Arnold gets weaker as time progresses. So, I was really gonna hope to possibly not stun the proc that Josephine passive. Oh my god, he just deleted the Chow like it was nothing. Deleted one of the tankiest monsters in the game like it was nothing. This is a crazy match. This match has gone on so much longer than I ever anticipated it was going to go on. GG. You know what? I gotta respect the fact that Fletcher was doing so good against some really OP stuff. I gotta respect that. I gotta respect that. Okay, so this is the current brackets. You see Dropkick moving on to the finals. Who moves on to the finals from Magi versus Champ? Will Champ truly be the champ, or will Magi come out from behind? Will Magi survive as the underdog? Currently the underdog. Feel like we all think that Champ is gonna win, but can Magi actually make this happen? We started Don't Hype Me Up Like That. Everyone's rooting for Champ. You know everyone's rooting for Champ. Magi's like, you know what? I have feelings too. Everyone's rooting for Champ because we all want to see OP players go down, don't we? That's why everyone roots for whoever fights against me in like whenever we have like fun times on stream. It's like, oh, they fight against Bagel, take him down, take Bagel down. That little fart weasel. Okay. Monsters with passes brings the Zyros. That Zyros is very strong. The Leica's very strong too. Everything's very strong. He's got one unit with the two units with a defense break now. Interesting to see like a combination of two different things. The Zyros in the pick with the single target bruisers. So takes out the Leo. Takes out the because the Gene Mav combo is such a strong combo. So he has the two-shot combo of possibly Arnold into a Chow, which could possibly two-shot something, and then also the combo on the other side of the defense. There's two defense breakers. There's the AoE defense break, and then the Zyros nuke, and then also the single target Darien defense break into the Leica nuke. Will on everything though. You gotta really nice. Will on everything. Silences that. Does he go for the Leica first, or he's going for the? Oh no. The Mav's still alive. That's gonna be almost a dead Zyros. Takes the defense break off. Does Mav proc an additional time? Heal up some HP. No, he doesn't. That's Zyros is dead. 4-3, Magi. 4-3. Additional turn. What does he go for next? I think he's gonna try to crit with this Leica onto the Chow. Is that what he's hoping for? Does he get the stuns? He didn't get any revenge from the Leica. Who's he gonna go for? I feel like he goes for Iris. I feel like he initially wanted to go for Chow, but I don't know if he knows if he thinks he's gonna crit or go for the Iris. He does go for the crit on the Chow and completely nukes the Chow with a Leica. Clearly, elemental advantage at work. Leica cannot glancing, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee him a crit. Surgeon. It's like, let me try to silence this Leica. It's not probably going to go too well. That's rough, man. And then the Violent proc into another defense break, so everything's defense broken. Leica's so strong, especially as the more things go. Hey, defense breaks are off. Defense breaks are off. This is a good match. Additional turn, and defense breaks are back on. 200% accuracy, Darien. No stun on the Leica, though. Completely wipes out the Light Magic Knight. This is a good match, though. This is not as, this is more close than I thought it was going to be. Guardian Skins Leica 2. Oh, no, he is a G3 player. Magi is a G3 player. He's in G3 right now. So that's why it's nice to see that this match is closer than I thought it was going to be. Extortion against the... but you have to hit him 4 times still, this Leica. But he did get the heal block on him. It's just less sustained, but does he have any... No, he doesn't. That's a dead Mev. And then that's going to be a dead Arnold. But that was actually a good... He did not just lay down and accept defeat. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna fight. And he took the first unit. It was 4-3 in Champ's favor at the beginning. So he picks Champ picks the Leica. Champ picks the Leica. We said Leica so OP. Clearly Leica is Leica style idea. Okay, so the Dragon Knights are out. What does Magi have as far as the other units? That Leica was doing so much work. The Zyros. We know how hard that Zyros hits. We know that with a that Darien works overtime, so we know the potential of the Darien defense break anything. Keep that Leica away. Here comes Ragdoll Jaeger. Nah, it doesn't necessarily mean that the G3 doesn't mean Ragdoll Jaeger. Has the Iris in there. No, a lot of this also has to do, like, who gets the stuns, who doesn't get the stuns, like, how does RNG go? The Darien defense broke everything. Darien's got a really good chance to defense break things with the skill 1. But yeah, he was not even getting remotely resisted. Feels like I need to remember my Leica. Oh, Leica hits so hard. So every time people Leica needs a buff, I'm like, do you know how hard that boy hits? He hits hard. He hits so hard. Oh my god. I remember I had season 1 or 2, so he's got the HP lead. The Leica ban, the respect ban on the Leica and the ban on the Gene is so strong. So he still has 2 defense breakers into the Zyros nuke, but he has to get he needs to get the defense breaks on the optimally on Mav. So Mav is down. There's no way Mav survives. Just skill 1. Mav is stunned on top of that. Does he get the stuns? Hold on. And he gets the stun. Mav is not down. Mav, I stand corrected. Mav is not down. He's doing some work onto the dragon. Hold on. You know what? I love when I'm wrong. I do love when I'm wrong. Oh my god. Mav is not down. He got the silence, he got the stun, he got the turn cycling, which I mean Leo on the other side. But it's still 3-3. Oh, this Leo Darien keep saying names until you figure out what name it is. So Lapis got the defense break and she got the turn cycle as well. Can we get this? Oh, he's got the stun on the Darien. Counter into a stun on Arnold. Okay, I guess he's gonna go for he's gonna go for the Magic Knight. Doesn't take her out. But gets another turn anyway. 2 stuns. Those are big stuns. Big stuns that denies 1 turn on each Arnold and Chow. Did I miss the defense break? Let me try again. Does he get a second turn with this Chow? No, he doesn't. How much HP was on that light Magic Knight though? I like the Champ was not doing bad. Big stuns. Big crazy juicy fat stuns. GG. That went, to be honest, as I expected, but that was a really good fight by Champ. Against the G3 player with superior, super good quality runes and everything. That was a really good fight. I gotta give him credit. I think we gotta respect Champ for that, for the effort and the trying to think in advance, because you could tell that he prepared a little bit for it, right, Champ? You could tell. You could tell that there was preparation beforehand. He thought about it. He's like, okay, what am I gonna do here to give myself the best chance of winning with weird things? Remember how I said, I think I know who's going to be the last 2 standing? This is exactly how I thought it was going to play out. But, Dropkick versus Magi for the finals. Best 2 of 3. This is going to be, I feel like this is going to be a close one. Both really solid players. And it's easy to see, one has C1, the other one has G3, but this is a limited pool of units. And both I feel are very. I feel like Dropkick. I mean, not doubts himself. Doesn't give himself enough credit that he does think outside the box a lot of times, and he does have a lot of good strategies. So Dropkick is not just gonna fall over. So this is probably gonna be closer than people would. They know exactly what they want to pick and what they want to ban. Can we see? Okay, so bans the Leona. Leona was the scariest thing out of all of that. Leona was the scariest thing. Leica stays in. There's no defense break though. But there is the CC and there is the who CCs though? Dropkick brain doesn't work. See that now if Dropkick wins this, then anytime you lose to Dropkick, you'd be like, okay, I don't feel so bad now, right? So he gets the one provoked. Everything else had immunity, though. The will runes. So things are getting controlled. But can Mav come back and... Got the defense break on the Leo. Can Mav come back and take the... Oh, Mav moves before the control. Mav moves before Varad. Everything gets frozen. Everything gets frozen. And I thought he was autoing for a second, but he was actually just provoked. Almost everything frozen again. And another violent proc. Another violent proc. So, these Dragon Knights have to do enough damage throughout that, because there's 2 defense breaks on the one side. There's 2 defense breaks. And there's also the turn cycling with the Lapis. Don't count out that Lapis turn cycling. You could see a big control combo. Never mind. I was going to say between the Lapis, the Gene, and the Mav. Mav's dead, though. So what does she have? Invincibility onto the Lapis. Defense break onto... Attack break onto the Leica. Do we see the control? Absolute 0. Oof. And another proc. So he has another... He has freeze again. Oh, man. The control combo. Control combo. Control combo. Fedora seems so strong here. Yeah. Fedora has a leader skill. Global leader skill, too. More control, not getting a turn. So this Gene needs to proc and then go crazy to come back from this. That was pretty... Uh-oh! Uh-oh, he's getting revenge. Okay, so now is Magi just waiting it out to think about, like, okay, what do I want to... I mean, clearly you need to bring the Leica in first. Clearly too OP. That's what we've learned. Varad is so strong. Varad is so strong. So strong, so strong. Okay, so Dropkick, first win. See, I told you it was gonna be... I told you don't count it just because one has 3 red stars and the other one has 1 gold star. Don't think that is gonna just mean that is how the match plays out. That one is a guaranteed win. I told you that. I literally said that at the beginning. So here we go. Match number 2. Do they tie it up? Like a... I don't know. I was gonna make a bondage joke, but that the window has passed. The window of opportunity has passed. Oof. So you gotta think, what is being the Leo ban? Who's the strongest? Leaves out the Paladin Zyros Mav combo. That's a lot of dots. That's a lot of provokes. That's a lot more provokes. That's a lot more provokes. Takes out the defense break though. So there's no multi-hit defense breaker. So they're lacking... Magi is lacking a defense break, and Dropkick does not have the control that he had before. So who's on Despair? He could get some Despair Slunts, because Mav, default skill, is a Despair Slunt, so it's still going to proc Josephine's passive. Still goes for the provoke, I'm sure. Yeah, still goes for the provoke. Two's still, but... Zero! Broken Paladin. Broken Paladin. Gets the increased cooltime on the Water Paladin. And then what are we seeing? We're seeing... This is going to be a dead Zyros. He's going to get non-provoked, but still going to be a dead Zyros. The Chow's going to... The Leica alone... Leica couldn't take him out. Okay. But the Chow, he's like, let me finish the job instead of trying to wait for the Josephine to do it. Hot damn. There's no answer to Leona. Paladins are very strong. I said this from the beginning. Paladins are very strong. Especially with the transmogs. Transmogs just give them better RNG, right? Better RNG Paladins. Justice crits onto the Mav. That's got to be good crit rate on that Chow to crit on a Mav. It's not like 46% crit rate. Like, no, you're critting on Wind. Well, hold on. Also, this is Summoner's War, so... Does Jean have her third skill up? I wasn't counting the cooldowns. Does Jean have her third skill up? That's how they come back. Or Leo solo. Leo could solo. Leo could solo. Do we see a Leo solo? I think she's got the cool. I think she got the. No, she doesn't have it. She didn't have it. Is this a Leo solo or is this game? Gets the crit onto the paladin. Stun on the Leo. Well, Leo can't solo if he gets stunned all the time. Okay, needs to provoke. Provokes everyone and invincibility. No, didn't have the invincibility. Didn't have the invincibility? I could have sworn they had the invincibility. Ooh. That's hard. I think this is going to be a Dark Paladin. Ugh. Hold on. Leo can't solo Leica. This is game. This is game. This is game. Leo can't solo Leica. Leo can do whatever he wants to do, but Leo cannot solo Leica. That's game. GG. That's 2-0. That's 2-0. Dropkick win. GG. GG. Magi's like, God damn it. Gee, I ask myself, don't worry, Magi. I ask myself that all the time as well. I'm like, I lost to Dropkick? What is wrong with me? What am I doing with my life, man? What am I doing with my life?